Welcome back to the show. This morning we're talking about the Because I Can virtual 5K. It is supporting the National MS Society and a film project. Joining us in studio this morning, we welcome the National MS Society Ambassador, Adam Powell, and the co-founder of Aware Now Media, Allie McGuire. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, great to see you both. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and your journey and what you're up to. I'll start with you, Allie.
Yeah, so 5 years ago, being diagnosed with MS, I was a runner-up until that point. With the diagnosis came blurred vision, imbalance, fatigue, and so I said running isn't for me anymore. My 45th birthday, not this April, but last, I get a phone call from my friend who said, hey, I'm going to run the marathon in Philadelphia. I'm going to do it in your honor. And I said, why? And she said, because I can.
Oh.
And that was what started this whole project and why we're here today, to raise awareness and to raise funds with the world's largest virtual 5K.
This sounds like a big deal. And Adam, you jump in here too. I know that you make the rounds, giving speeches, inspiring others. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I was diagnosed like 6 years ago, so we're pretty close. And I was in a wheelchair for a while. I fought my way back. I'm able to walk again. The last few years, I've become a really big advocate. Allie and I kind of teamed up here. She told me about this virtual 5K, and she called me out. She challenged me to do it, and I was like, all right, I'll do this.
Yeah, no question.
I don't follow directions well, so I decided that I'm making a virtual 5K, an in-person 5K, so I'm actually going to be doing one on November 8th.
Very
for
cool.
her, but actually bring people together to do it.
Well, it sounds like, you're making it your own challenge in a way. Well, before we get to more details on that event itself, let's talk about the movie you've been working on, Because I Can. Exactly what is that?
So it's basically about my personal journey with MS, but then it also pulls in the journeys of 3 other people who are living with it. So you have 4 different stories with one diagnosis and this journey through it that pulls us all together.
Well, and I think we have a quick bit of a trailer to show here.
When it came to running, I used to be fast. But life happens. And I've got my official bracelet. Comes with all the perks. Yeah, life happens. I didn't expect to have an incurable progressive disease. I didn't expect to have a chronic illness like multiple sclerosis. For me, this is new.
Wow, and talk about this process though of being vulnerable and wanting to share your story. I mean, how do you hope that it inspires other people?
Well, I think the big thing is just isolation. Like you feel like you're so alone in the world with this kind of a diagnosis. And so storytelling is so important for people to feel seen, for people to feel heard, to feel connected. So that's what this is all about. This story is going to be one that we're going to be doing a national tour with the National MS Society next year.
Wow.
And in that way, bringing it to communities across the country and around the world to elevate and to empower, to engage people, that we don't have to do this by ourselves.
Yeah, and Adam, how do you hope this inspires other people?
Just the same. Like the Because I Can thing is so huge. That's like a perfect label for this because I can't run. It's not a thing I can do right now. I can ride a bike, so that's what I'm going to do because I can. That's why I do the stuff I do, because I can do it, so I'm going to keep doing it, and that's what I hope we can get to other people is do what you can, no matter what that is.
Yeah, so how can people participate and when is this virtual 5K happening?
Yeah, so register anytime now, today, anytime through the month of November. Go on our website, becauseIcan5k.com. Register there. You're going to get a medal. You're going to get your name and the credits of the film. So we want people just to do this. Are you a runner?
It depends on the day.
Okay. Well, like Adam was saying.
But I never back down to a challenge. So.
Challenge. We'll see if you accept. So run, walk, bike, roll, whatever you'd like to do, but just do this with us.
Wonderful. Again, the funds support your film project and helps the National MS Foundation, which is great.
$5 of every registration goes to the National MS Society.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you.
And for inspiring all of us. We're back right after this.